Thank you so much for being here. We're now going to begin the student collections. Monica Garman will start us off.
Good morning, parents, teachers, students, and class of 2011. My name is Amani Garman, and today I have a question for you. What is a friend? Anyone can rant on and on, but really, what is a friend? Is a friend someone you play soccer with at recess? Is a friend someone you can share a cookie with? Is a friend someone you can be yourself around, cry with, laugh with, talk to whenever? Is a friend someone who will say goodbye to you after today? Today is a celebration, but the reason that you will see us crying rivers of tears today is because we are all splitting up. The whole graduating class of 2011 isn't going to go to the same high school. Some of us are going to Connecticut, Rhode Island, Livingston here in New Jersey, Princeton, and some are staying in Newark. But it's not going to be the same. And the friends that we see every day aren't going to be at our new high school. But one thing is for sure, we all are ready to graduate and move on with St. Philip's. But we're afraid to let everything go that's been the same for the past 3 years at middle school. One thing is also for sure, we're not really leaving. This is our new adventure. There's no need to be afraid. No need to even say goodbye. Because today isn't goodbye. Think of it as a new way to say hello to our future. A couple days ago, I was waiting in line for the bathroom at a restaurant. I was chatting with this very nice lady. When I said that I was graduating, she told me congratulations, and that she was a high school teacher for seniors. So basically, she was an expert on how the mooch and everything starts to change towards the end of the year. She told me that you're still going to have your friends because of Facebook, Skype, Twitter. But how could there be any way you can't talk to them? But the thing is that these big steps in life are the things that separate the true friends from the ones that are just there. The true friends are the friends that make your day shine. The true friends are the friends that won't tell you goodbye. The friends that will always be there for you. While the other friends are just friends with you because you're there. They don't really care about you, and after today, they may not even call you. What we really don't want is to separate from the ones who really love us. Or as the singer Seal said, why the ones that care don't call anymore? The ones that care matter. Those are the ones that it will hurt to separate from. But after today, we will still have each other. And there is no reason to be afraid of the future, because your friends are always going to be there for you, Connecticut or New Jersey. Yes, everything is about to change. I mean, this is our first step in life. First time to show you guys what we're made of. We're not going to have the same lockers that neighbor our best friends, so we can talk and unintentionally make ourselves late for history class. We're not going to be sitting with our best friends every lunch so that we can joke around and laugh and quote lines from Notorious. We're not going to have the same classes to share our stories with our friends every day. That's life, isn't it? Living and changing. Everything changes. If it didn't, who knows what would happen? But what won't change are our friendships. To all the true friends that won't say goodbye to today, a poem. The gown, the cap, the smiles, the tears, past laughs and present hugs, just starting our journey. But as we walk up the aisle, does it seem like the end to you? It's just the beginning. We can do this together. Go on and rise, go on and shine. As we go, we won't forget each other. As we go on, we will never stop. Friends have always been there. We have never stopped each other. Their love has never wavered. As we spread our wings and do as angels, it will only be a matter of time before we see the excelsior we really are, and the servium we held all along. We have only journeyed together, but now it is our time to fly. Like I said, today isn't goodbye. It's our way of saying hello to the future and together. So don't cry today, class of 2011. It's our time to shine and rise.
My family is one of those families that try to act cool around my friends. And sometimes it's fine, but other times they embarrass me. Especially my dad, but don't tell him that. Good morning. My name is Rio Dennis, and I've been attending St. Phyllis Academy since the first grade. Ever since my very first day here, I've had other family in school with me. From cousins to my dad who used to teach here, and my brother who now attends with me. And they all encourage me to do well, and I encourage them too. Family is a very important part of a child's development, and my family is very important to me. My dad has been a great influence in my life from an early age, especially because he taught my two current favorite subjects. When I was in the third grade, my dad taught at St. Anthony's High School, and I would go to school with him sometimes. Before his math classes, he would teach me algebra and allow me to teach the class. Or during his language arts classes, I would have reading competitions against the high school students. Even one time reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. Through my dad, I discovered I can have fun while learning. I used to love going to school with my dad all the time, and this is how I became to love math and reading. Fast forward about 5 years. This year, I'm an honors student in algebra and geometry, and I have a reading speed of a little more than 500 words per minute. Trust me when I say the little things count. I've realized that throughout the years, people heard me mostly talking about my dad, and they've wondered about my mom. Well, my mom works in New York, and she gets home a little late. And when I was younger, when I would go to work with her, there was nothing much I could do. However, that changed as I became older, and my mom is like my teacher too. In the 6th grade, when I first made the basketball team, she started helping out with the games. In the 7th grade, she became the team parent. And although these are fun connections, my mom has truly become my inspiration as she helped me through the high school placement process. You may be asking yourself right now, why is this girl going on and on about her family? The answer is simple. Family is important. They are the foundation in which we stand on. And a building without a strong foundation will eventually fall. My foundation is very strong, and I have my parents to thank for it. My mom is one of the few people to make sure to hand in everything at least a week early. She never wanted us to fall behind and ruin a chance of a lifetime. And she probably sent Mr. Kitos over 1,000 emails. I'm sorry, Mr. Kitos. But seriously, my mom helped me so much. Even when I just wanted to go to the mall, relax, and hang out with my friends, she made sure I did my work first. When I was really young, my mom went to Harvard University to attend a program. Although at some point she wanted to come back to be with me, she pushed through and came out strong. And it didn't stop there. When I was in the 1st or 2nd grade, my mom went back to school at Drew University, and she did this taking care of 2 kids. Once again, she pushed through and came out even stronger. While all this was happening, my dad was having his own struggles. He would always be stressing, making sure each year he had his well-known event known as the Greek Fest. The Greek Fest happened each year around and sometimes on my birthday. But my dad pushed through the stress and made sure he spent at least an hour with me. Through this, my parents taught me to take the extra step, and that there's a difference between good and great, and an A and an A+. This advice will stick to me for the rest of my life. Don't do what it takes to get by, but do what it takes to go beyond. Colin McCarty once said in a poem entitled, "Go after your dreams. You don't always have to win, but you do need to know what it takes to be a winner." However, family doesn't always have to be blood relatives. One definition of family is a group of people who are generally not blood relations, but who share common attitudes, interests, or goals, and frequently live together. I have a lot of family sitting on this stage. In this family, we encourage each other, value each other, and most of all, love each other. I'm sad to leave my family here, but as we go our different ways, we will meet again at one point, and our love, kindness, care, and patience for one another will still be there. In this family, we call each other brothers, sisters, cousins, mothers, but most of all, we're family. And we've said to each other that we're kind, funny, but most of all, we're close. My St. Philip's family doesn't only consist of students, but also teachers. The teachers here have so much patience, kindness, and love for us that sometimes we don't even want it. Thank you to all the teachers who's taught me anything, at any point in time. Even if you're just a substitute for one period, you've gotten me to where I am now. I just want to give a special thanks to 4 specific teachers. Miss Ida, who cared so much for me, who helped me through anything I needed, who made me want to experience new things, and now I'm going to study in Japan during high school, who helped me and my classmates to win a math competition by over 200 points, who called my parents when I had a bad day, and lastly, who's my mother at St. Philip's. Thank you, Ms. Ida. Also to Mr. Eichmann, who cared enough about my progress in the 6th grade to call home and see if I was okay, who helped me study for tests because history used to be my worst testing subject, who at least attempted to make me laugh when I was crying, when the 7th grade made me realize I needed to change my attitude about school and quickly, who allowed me to start my homework during advisory to calm my anger, and lastly, who believed in me when no one else did. Thank you, Mr. Eichmann. Next, Ms. York, who pushed me so hard in the 6th grade I wanted to laugh and cry at the same time, who helped me realize I had potential in writing, who pushed me into reading, who constantly reminded me about accelerated reader points, who is the one I could talk to about my high school placement process, who is so excited with me through all my letters, and lastly, who saw potential in me that wasn't in the subject she taught that no one else saw. Thank you, Ms. York. And finally, to Mr. Quiros, who let us hang out with him during recess, who laughed when we stole his keys and tried to find his car, who always makes everyone laugh, whose office I go to just to mess with him, who can be fun but serious when needed, who always makes jokes that make absolutely no sense and says that's the point. And lastly, who sat me down and showed me he actually cared when I got a bad grade in his test, in his class, honestly making me cry more. My final thank you is to Mr. Quiros. At St. Philip's Academy, we believe all people, good or bad, deserve a family. They deserve someone to care about them and to care for them. No one deserves to be alone. When I speak of family, I'm reminded of a verse from the Bible, Ruth chapter 1, verse 16. But Ruth replied, "Do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." Everyone deserves a family, and everyone should love their family no matter how much you argue or how rarely you see them. Love them with your whole heart, because tomorrow is never promised. I'm grateful for the love I share with this family on the stage, and the love of my family at home. And as I go off to boarding school next year, I won't forget either one. Thank you.